Right, brilliant. So we love this. We love, I think, when we have time together and build community, it helps us if we've had a bad week, if we've had a disappointing week. It helps us to celebrate if it's been a great week and hearing other people's wins. And one of the things I love about being Australian, and I do as well with our American friends and team, and many of our, I mean, we're going all over the world now, which is just fantastic. I mean, Ange just spoke to me about someone who's potentially going to Dubai. I think Lee has just connected with someone in Malaysia. What I love about this is it's going gangbusters. And what that happens is when we create community, we also create friendships all over the world. And if we've built businesses attached to this, even business structures, even the tax component of that, of having to go and visit some of our clients, which becomes a tax deduction, which is brilliant because for those of us that love travel and any excuse to do so. And if you need help with that, let us know because we have some contacts with accountants and so on and how to do all those structures. Is that I love that this community is growing around the world. And so we're going to have good weeks and bad weeks. And even if you're at the top of your game with this, there's going to be some crushing weeks. It just happens. And there's going to be some weeks where you just think you can't lose. So to me, community is so important. And for many of you who've been in this, a lot of this is going to be repetition. But what I've learned is, like anything in life, the more consistency and repetitive, the more it becomes a mindset and the more it becomes doable, and seeing the outcomes of that have that exponential. I don't want to just plus my life. I want to multiply my life. And so that's what I love about this business as well, because it's not an additional, it's a multiplication type of business. And so the first question I just ask you, and for many of you are going to see this afterwards, again, in different countries, part of our different teams in the UK and America and so on, is what did you start out wanting to create with this? Because I know, pretty much most of our team and getting to know people that are becoming a part of it, we're not all just bored and have lots of time on our hands. We're doing this for a whole bunch of reasons. What are those reasons? And what is it that you wanted to create? And could you put a financial number to that? So Vanessa and I, we started building this business as of January. If I can be transparent, one of our dreams, what we're projecting for, that we're believing for, is by December to be earning 20 to 30,000 a month. That's one of the financial, and we're on our way towards that. That's one of our numeric numbers. But with that, we want to see people healed of a whole bunch of issues, from depression. I'm starting to hear people say, and I have a personal friend who's a large influencer going, I'm not on my anxiety medications anymore. Like, this thing is changing my life. I'm hearing people talk about they don't have depression anymore. People healed of a whole bunch of ailments and different challenges. For me personally, I just got a win yesterday where I have a blood condition. It's a fancy name. But my blood platelets, yours are usually, I think, between 70 and 100. Mine have gone up to almost 1,000. So I've sat between 600 and 900 blood count, which is all the aneurysms, strokes, all the terrible stuff. I'm just on a aspirin every day. But I've been watching my diet, and with X39, I got a blood test. I got it 6 months ago, and it was 888. Then it went to 962 while being on X39. So I'm like, okay, what's happening? But I'm trusting the science and everything else. And for me and my faith, the Lord. And then I just got it done a few days ago, and it's gone down to 849. It doesn't usually go down, it only goes up. So for me and those that have blood conditions like I do, and I'm hoping in the next 3 months when I do it again that it goes down again, I'll be able to really give a year's worth, almost 9 months to a year of data of that change. So I want to ask you again, why are you doing this? What's the financial component? Because we want to be rewarded for our time. But what is the personal, the people that you want to serve and help? What does that look like? Because I think we've got to keep going back to that story especially when we have bad days or bad weeks, when we have that one person that it just doesn't work out with, that we could go, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. We have to go back to why are we doing this? The biggest challenge to success is convenience, comfort, and distraction. I'm not sure about you, but for me, that's one of the biggest challenges to success for me. If life is too convenient, it's hard to get excited or hungry to do something. If it's comfortable, it's like, why get up off the couch? I'll just watch Netflix. I don't want to go out and meet people and so on, and stretch and challenge myself. And then distraction, getting distracted on things that aren't producing anything positive in my life. My wife is, yeah, she's one of my distractions in a good way. But she and I both have ADD or ADHD in different forms. So we are highly distractible personalities from the complete opposite polar ends of the spectrum. So we have to work really hard on some of these things to make sure that we're focused. Consistency and discipline trump motivation every time. I love having that motivation moment of being at a conference or something and walking away going, oh, I'm going to change the world. I loved that. That was brilliant and that was okay. You know, I love motivation and I believe in motivation, but consistency and discipline trump motivation every time. So create a bigger why if you're too comfortable right now. Without talking fear and all those things, because I've always been a positive and optimistic person, is when we look at economies. We've lived in the US. Well, I'm following the US more than I even do Australia. Is it all right, Vanessa? So you just leant forward.
Rhonda, are you okay?
Okay. Is everything okay? Yep. So with everything is I lived for now in my 20s and 30s, but in my 40s, I started to wake up and realize I've really got to think more about my future, planning for not just what next year looks like or the next in 5 years, but starting to project out to the 20-year plan. So is your why bigger than your comfort, right now? So I want to go through 13 tips, and then I have a few thoughts if I have time, but from X39 supporting tips from thisisitteam.com to remind us what they've trained us on and look at how we're utilizing these tips from the people that are the ones that are creating and making this opportunity for so many of us. The first one is this. Their first tip is sponsor prospects who are on your social economic level and above. So wherever you are in life, find the people with where you're at, because you'll relate with them differently to people that are necessarily below that. And so I like this because it's so true. When I can relate with someone on my, sort of even age group, economic level, and so on, to say, hey, 7 streams of income. Now, some people don't even know what a stream of income is. But when I'm talking to people who are on my level and understanding of that, they're like, yeah, I'm looking for another one. Straight away, I have an in. I'm like, hey, do you want another stream of income? How many streams have you got? People will be like, oh, I've got 3. Well, I'm going for 7 personally, which I am. So I say, I've got this new one that's just amazing. Working with people and above. And of course, I work with anybody that's in my world. But that's what's going to come natural to us and to be able to connect with. The second one they say is sponsor those people you love, respect, admire, and would want to be associated with. So looking at your circle and go, who do I love? Who do I respect? Who do I admire? Who do I want to be associated with? And start writing down who those pools of people are. Because there's also a trust equity that you already have that's completely different than the person we meet for the first time in the markets that has no idea who Andrew and Vanessa Hoyes are. So re-looking at that and going, hey, maybe there's someone I've missed. Maybe there's someone, that I forgot that teacher that I've been in touch with for the last 20 years, that was a family friend that I didn't even think about her, and she's got this problem and that problem. I need to reach out to her. Sponsor those prospects who are on your attitude level and above. again, and I think it connects with the first point a lot, but when someone's on your attitude level, they're not going to get offended when you offer the opportunity. They're not going to misread what you're saying. So I'm not sure why my thumb's going up. They're not going to misread what you're saying. There's already going to be an exchange of energy between you that's going to be supernatural, like supernatural, but could become supernatural, who knows. The fourth one is sponsor individuals, not titles or groups or associations. This is relational marketing. And this is what I love about this, is it's all relationship. You don't have to be best friends with everybody that we sponsor. It's just like in a working environment, you're going to have people you connect with and others that you don't, but it is built on relationship. It is going that extra mile for people, because also what we're teaching them is for them to go the extra mile with the people that they're going to be serving. Because for me, one of the revelations I have with this product is this is a serving product. I'm serving people with this product. And it's like any product. Not everyone's going to want it. And I'm really okay with that. I'm just not going to waste my time pushing them to something that they don't want. So I think what Sue said is brilliant in the past in certain conversations, where she says, never burn a bridge, but move on to the next. And I think it's a really good way to think with this. The fifth one is sponsor one person at a time. Now, of course, if you've got 10 people lining up, go for it. But think of one person at a time instead of the overwhelming, I need 20 people, I need 30 people. No, you just need one today. And then, you might need another one the next day, and then another one the next day. And so micro it down to that one person at a time. Then they say sponsor people within your sphere of influence, people you know and who know you. And so again, looking at our circles to go, what's my sphere of influence? What's the low-hanging fruit, for want of a better terminology, of who's already around me, that I don't have to work too hard yet to be able to share this opportunity with them. Then this goes on and says, sponsor prospects who are ambitious, trustworthy, hungry for success, willing to work and willing to listen. And I know for Vanessa and I, we've really tried to reach out to people in our world like that, because they're going to be the ones that are really going to run with us. And for us personally, we love, everyone in our team and seeing the different dynamics and progress, but we really love running with people. And so finding those people that you already have chemistry, that really get this type of opportunity and run with it. They say sponsor positive people. I've said since starting this business, the people that have got the fastest results, I've found in general, are people that have positive personalities. People that are looking for the win. That's not like, this isn't going to work for me. Literally what I'll say to them is, well, it may not. Because if you're putting all of the vibes out, even your chemistry and body saying this isn't going to work, you're almost putting a barrier up for this to actually help you. But if you walk into this going, I'm believing for great results from this, it's amazing the results that people see. Sponsor prospects who have a dream and are willing to do something about it. So to me, there's the healing, health side of this product, but the other side is the dreaming side of this product, helping people who want it to create things that they never maybe thought about. So for some people, that could be having an extra $10,000 a year to go on a holiday that they haven't been able to do for a while, or upgrade their car, or whatever it can be. Others, it's like, I want 20,000, 30, whatever that is. Helping people to dream and go, okay, what is it that we can help you with to be able to reach some of those realities? Then sponsor people you like and want to be around. And I think for Vanessa and I, if someone's too hard, honestly, we let them go pretty quickly, because I'm not old, but I'm not young anymore, and my care factor at 40 started to drop. Happens for each different person, and maybe it's connected to my personality. I'm a bit more like that. And people you want to go to vacation with, exactly. We said when we build this team, of course, we're always going to have different personalities, and we've always loved dynamics of that. But we want to be with people who we have fun with, who we could, have a tequila or three, and not that they have to drink, by the way, but to be in a fun place where we could have holidays and we could have Friday night drinks and enjoy each other's company. And it's not like you want to go home and jump off a cliff after spending time with them. We want to be around people that build the energy on energy as we build this together. So I love that they've written this into their tips with This Is It team. And then sponsor upwardly mobile people. Sponsor the most successful people you know, and sponsor people who are looking for better health and opportunity. And so really looking for those around us that are looking for that. And then as we help others, the people that really this business is all about helping others to become managers. Like that's the predominant. Once people get to manager, what I've found is then they're excited to take the next level to director. Then they're excited to take the next level to senior director and so on. So if we can just help everyone to become manager and work with them with this opportunity, that's actually what builds this business. And so I just want to finish with this, if I can, because I think I've run out of time. Probably told me, Vanessa. Just give me a yell, or if I got quickly run through the 5 things, or just go to one thing. Okay,
we've got like 3 minutes, so go for it.
Okay, firstly is, and again, I'm speaking through a lot of the people I'm looking at right now to a lot of our new brand partners, is we got to build relationships. And honestly, sitting at home on a weekend is not going to do that. So what we've done is we've adopted a market. We've adopted a village. We live in Main Beach on the Gold Coast. We see ourselves as like, the pastors, the mayor, whatever you want of Main Beach. Every time we walk around, we're building relationships. We're building it for other reasons as well, beyond just this business, because this is where we live, and this is what we've always done. But we also want to see Main Beach as the healthiest. And if you know Main Beach, it needs help in some aspects of this. If we want to see it as the healthiest place on the Gold Coast, where people start to go, why is everybody so healthy in this place? Because we've adopted it. We go walking every day, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day, and we're just looking. We're just waiting for an eye connection. We're looking for a previous relationship or a new relationship to connect to. Can I encourage you, adopt a street, adopt a village, adopt a town, adopt a market. I do think markets, and what Ange was talking about previously about expos and shows, it does take the extra effort. This is not just going to come to you unless you have 200,000 on your social media platform and you do a percentage of that of people that are going to say, yes, they want what you're talking about. We're going to have to go to people. On that, can we leverage our network, social media? If you have social media, let's leverage that to help people know what we're doing and what this product is all about and connect them to it. And then lastly, I'll just say, remember, we are the brand. Like as in life, you are a brand. You actually sell who you are with whatever it is that you're selling to somebody. The greatest currency in life is trust. And so whatever you present to somebody, you're actually presenting yourself as part of that. And I will say this with sales. We are all salespeople. And for me, I made the decision, I don't want to earn money. I want to make money. And then through making money, I'll earn it while I sleep. But I want to be in a position where we're in a position of complete freedom. And so I'll say to people, and this is my last story that I use of Vanessa's mum. Vanessa's mum would say that she is not good at sales. But when she wants to tell her family that she needs a new couch, it's amazing how good her sales pitch is. Even though we can look at her and go, well, your couch that you already have is still pretty good. And I know you want a new peach couch, but your old couch is peach as well. And really, there's not that much difference. But the way that she'll tell us how much she needs that couch and why it's going to change her life, you cannot tell me that she's not good at sales. It's just the mindset shift of the platform that we're using and the why behind the what. And so can I encourage us all that we are a brand. We deal with trust. And as we have confidence with ourselves in this and help people in reaching out with this great product, the more confident we are in the product and ourselves and why we're doing it, I actually believe the greater results we'll have in helping people with this. So I hope that helps. I hope it just reminds us why we're doing what we're doing. Remember that we're in this together, and just keep going to the next. Just keep going to the next, because there's always somebody who needs this product that could change their life.
Love it. So good. We're going to share that with anyone. We'll put it on a Zoom, on a YouTube, and share it. And we'll also put the link to where some of this teaching is from This Is It as well. And anytime you want to share that with your teams, just as a leader, when you share a link like that, just tell them your takeaway. I think it's so important to be like, hey, this is my action step, or this is my learning. And then it just models that curiosity and that learning and openness to all your other team as well. So thanks so much.
Can I say, and anything that you thought about that's worked for you, add that onto that when you send it to them, because people are hungry to learn.
Yeah, they really are. Okay, I'm just going to stop recording.